Welcome to my Cavalier 32 at Beauty Point. So this is a short video just giving you a look over the boat. So I had the mast replaced in 2020, new rigging, new lights, wind instruments, new sails, new lifelines, that's the handrails up the sides, new halyards, all the winches serviced, new deck hatch, that fitted, the biggest and best one I could buy. And as I'm getting older, I bought a nice, good quality anchor winch, can't remember what the brand is, and had an electrician fit it, new furler, new anchor, and the chain. So I did all that as soon as I bought the boat. So the brand new fuel tank in, because that's the biggest issue with boats like this. So if you have a fuel tank, you don't know what's in it. So the fuel tank I had made in Sydney, it's out of marine grade plastic. So for fuel, but specifically diesel. There's my dinghy. Nice high fuel, nice size, nice boat. So it's wheeled steer, nice new wind instruments, depth sounder, etc. Even though I use my phone mainly. So engine runs beautifully. Don't know whether it's the original engine or not. I have a feeling it's not, because it's just looks too good, because this boat's 1980. So everything on it's in good nick. It does need a paint, so the gel coat on the deck is coming to the end of its life, so whoever buys it would be able to paint it. That was the next job that I was planning to do, was give everything a tidy up and paint the deck. So we'll re-gel coat it, is enough. So down below it's got one of the biggest cabins of 32 footers around. 6'4", 6'6", I wouldn't know. I'm 1'7" and I don't know how tall I am, 175 centimetres. But yeah, these are very, very roomy, these 1980 models. The earlier models, the mast was in this cabin. They've moved the mast, or moved the cabin bulkhead. So very general layout. Most Cavaliers are the same. The upholstery, there's no holes in it. There's no marks, it's all in good condition. This makes a great berth. So you sleep 2-3 people here and 2 in the forecastle, if that's what you want to do. But yeah, I've lived on board for a month and it was very, very comfortable. Got new radio. I had the electronics redone while I had the boat down in Kettering. So I had a solar panel fitted, got a couple of charging ports there. Done that, got 2 what do you call it, aerials, one up in the mast, one at the back. So it was good to have a second aerial. It's got the original fridge, which works like a dream. I put a new stove in, or cooktop. Didn't put an oven in. I didn't think I'd be cooking anything in the oven, so that cooks really well. I've had steak when I've been at sea. Seems well. But yeah, very roomy cabin. No leaks. Beautiful dry boat. Keel bolts in excellent condition. And the fuel tank, which is under here. Got all new lines for the fuel going to the deck. So that's all replaced. That was to make sure there's no risks of anything. So in here you've got your standard storage cupboards, all in good condition. Previously it had a shower, at least I think it did, because there's a hose fitting down there. I've never bothered. Electric toilet, so you're not sitting there pumping away. All you got to do is press that button. That's all you got to do, press the button. So you could do with a paint in here, because the previous owner painted green there. So I don't know why they did that. So up in here, plenty of room. There's the sails. So there's a head sail, a storm jib, storm trysail. Never had them out of the bag. So quite roomy in here. So that headline is looking a bit ordinary. Could have been stripped off and redone. Lots of storage underneath. A few little spots of paint on there from the previous person. I haven't bothered getting it off. So, but even in here, so standing in here, I've got standing headroom under this light. So under here, standing headroom. So that's for me, which is pretty good. So, okay, so the only reason I'm selling the boat is because I'm setting up a mooring business and I need to buy another boat because you can't pull moorings with this boat. So, and the engine runs like a sewing machine. Whenever I come here, it doesn't matter what the weather's like or how cold it is. So all I do is open the seacock, turn on the batteries down here, 2 big batteries underneath here, nice new big batteries. If I can open this up without making this video look too bad. So the phone is pretty good. So 2 big batteries down in here, big heavy duty batteries. And they're again put in 2020, so as soon as I bought the boat, I spent money on it. And I got all the important stuff done while I was down in Kettering, because they've got the best services. So the engine, I did start it about 10 minutes ago. So it's not a cold start, but it's close to it. So not a lot of instruments on this. Amp, oil, temperature, and that's it. I've had the boat for 4 years, a bit more than 4. And I've never had any issues with the motor, never a hiccup. So starting it, press her in, turn it a bit. Runs like it runs. Regularly serviced. So one of my brothers is a mechanic, army mechanic. So he does it a service every single year. So, and with the new fuel tank, new fuel lines, I'll stop it. And it starts almost like that every morning. So like I said, this was slightly warm because I started it as soon as I got on board, but never had an issue starting, never cranking for any long period of time, just broom every single time. And that's the sign of a good motor. It is an old Book 20, but it runs. The longest I've run this motor was 18 hours when I was motoring from Dunalley to Coles Bay in weather similar to what we've got here. Dead calm, not a breath of wind, middle of winter. So, and it just motored and it plugged along. About 2 litres an hour. So 55 litres in that tank, and I didn't fill it up between those 2 stops. But yeah, very, very roomy. Over, I'm not sure, over 3 metres wide. But yeah, you could live on this boat quite comfortably for extended periods of time. Sits well, sails reasonably fast. They are known for being a racing cruiser. So yeah, it is a lovely boat. So far I've done everything I can to keep it in excellent condition. I've replaced everything that needed to be replaced at this stage. So hopefully it'll make someone else a good boat one day.